Did you know 92% of people fail to achieve their goals? That's right. Most of us are stuck in cycles of bad habits that sabotage our progress. But don't you worry. By the end of this video, you'll exactly know what these habits are and how you can flip the script and avoid them. And trust me, you don't want to miss habit number 4. It's the sneakiest one that gets to almost all of us, even when we think we've mastered the rest. So, let's get started. 1. Procrastinating. Tomorrow never comes until we make it come today. We've all been there putting off tasks we know we should be doing. And we all know it's a habit that keeps us from reaching our potential. It creeps into every corner of our life, affecting our progress and even our mental health. What procrastination looks like? You constantly delay important tasks, telling yourself, "I'll do it later," or "start tomorrow." You distract yourself with meaningless tasks like watching TV or endlessly scrolling through social media while avoiding important work. Why it's harmful? Procrastination builds stress and anxiety. The more you put things off, the more the pressure it builds, which makes you put things off even more. Procrastination creates a vicious cycle where the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. And even if you manage to hit your deadlines at the last minute, deep down, you know you could have done so much better. Is squeezing in just enough effort at the last minute really the best you can offer? Of course not. By controlling procrastination, you're capable of extraordinary things. So how do you control procrastination? While the simple answer is just start, I know it's not always that easy. So here's a strategy that has worked wonders for successful people. Visualize the long-term benefits of completing the task. Before you indulge in distractions, take a moment to imagine how much closer you'll be to your goals if you take action now. Picture the sense of relief and accomplishment you'll feel when the task is finished. Then, use the Pomodoro technique. This involves working for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. And every 2 hours, reward yourself with a longer break. The beauty of this method is that it helps you build momentum without feeling overwhelmed. It turns daunting tasks into manageable chunks, and as you complete each one, you'll feel more accomplished. Procrastination doesn't stand a chance when you use these techniques. Remember, the hardest part is starting. Once you take that first step, you'll often find that the rest is much easier than you expected. 2. Not knowing your why. A life without purpose is like building a house without a floor plan. Many of us work hard every day in the hopes of being successful. But what does that success even mean? Without a clear sense of why you're doing something, it's easy to lose motivation, feel unfulfilled, and eventually burn out. What not knowing your why looks like: you go through the motions of work without feeling inspired or connected to a deeper purpose. You set goals, but they feel vague or disconnected from your personal passions and values. Why it's harmful? Successful people have a clear and well-defined purpose driving their actions. They know why they work so hard, which gives them a sense of meaning in everything they do. This deeper sense of purpose keeps them motivated and resilient, even when things get tough. When you don't know your why, it's easy to get lost in the grind, constantly chasing the next milestone, without feeling any real joy or fulfillment along the way. So, how do you know your why? Discovering your why doesn't happen overnight, but a good place to start is by reflecting on a few key questions. Ask yourself, what problems do I enjoy solving? What impact do I want to have on the world? What activities make me feel energized and fulfilled? Once you've done this, combine it with the habit of setting clear, detailed goals. Write these goals down and look at them daily, morning and night. This simple habit can keep you focused and motivated to create your dream life. You'll no longer be working just for the sake of it. Instead, you'll be working with a purpose that drives you forward. When you know your why, your actions have meaning, and that meaning becomes the fuel for your success. We've already covered procrastination, and the importance of knowing your why. 2 habits that can make or break your path to success. Now hang tight, because habit number 4 can completely flip your mindset and completely change the way you approach life. 3. Lack of financial mindfulness. You can't truly take control of your life if you don't control your money. Many of us dream of financial freedom, whether that means being able to invest, save for the future, or simply stop worrying about living paycheck to paycheck. Yet, most unsuccessful people fail due to not having financial mindfulness. What lack of financial awareness looks like. You don't have a clear budget, so your spending is all over the place. You often make impulsive purchases without considering long-term financial goals. You're not saving or investing for the future, making it harder to find new opportunities. Why it's harmful. Without financial mindfulness, it's impossible to build a successful life. Lack of financial awareness means you're living reactively, constantly playing catch-up with your bills. It's hard to focus on long-term goals or seize opportunities, like starting a business or investing, if you're constantly worried about how to make it through the month. How to develop financial mindfulness. It all starts with something simple, the 80-20 rule. Allocate 80% of your income to essential expenses and save or invest the remaining 20%. Over time, this approach builds a safety net and creates opportunities for future growth. But that's not all. Track your expenses closely. Whether you use an app or good old-fashioned pen and paper, tracking helps you see exactly where your money is going, making it easier to identify and cut out impulsive spending. Financial freedom starts with small, consistent actions. When you take control of your finances, you're no longer held back by the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. You gain the freedom to make decisions that align with your long-term goals, not just your immediate needs. We're finally at habit number 4. The habit that can change your worldview forever. We all fall into its trap, and realizing how to flip it will be the difference maker in how we transform into the best version of ourselves. 4. Constant negative thinking. The world is only as abundant as your mind allows it to be. Here's a habit that most people don't even realize they have: negative thinking. Your mindset controls everything. The opportunities you see, the decisions you make, and the effort you put in. And if your default mindset is one of pessimism or self-doubt, it's like carrying a backpack filled with stones everywhere you go. What negative thinking looks like: you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never make it." You expect the worst in every situation, so you don't even try. Why it's harmful. Negative thinking is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you expect failure, you get failure, because your actions align with that mindset. Unsuccessful people let negative thinking dominate their thoughts, which shapes their behaviors. They give up because they are convinced that success is out of their reach. Over time, this mindset makes their life become stagnant, making them only see limitations instead of possibilities. How to flip negative thinking. Here's the solution. Practice gratitude and positive affirmations. Start your day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small they are. This shifts your focus away from what's going wrong and moves it toward what's right. And when a negative thought pops up, because it will, combat it with a positive affirmation like, "I am capable," or "I am worthy." Surround yourself with positive influences, whether that's positive people, books, or content. Positive reinforcement will gradually shift your negative mindset to positive abundance. Mindset is everything, and when you focus on what's possible, you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. 5. Not applying knowledge. Learning without action is like having a map, but never taking the journey. The final thing that keeps people stuck is acquiring knowledge, but never applying it. Learning new things is great, but it's not enough. Whether you're reading books, watching videos, or consuming self-help content, it's action that drives results, not knowledge alone. What not applying what you learn looks like. You feel motivated while consuming new information, but you never take the next step. You constantly gather knowledge, but your habits and results stay the same. Why it's harmful. Unsuccessful people often mistake learning for progress. They assume that consuming more and more information will lead to change, but without action, nothing changes. This creates a cycle where knowledge builds up, but no real progress is made. How to take action. There's no magic hack to taking action, but here's a simple mindset shift. Start small. Don't feel overwhelmed by the idea of changing everything at once. Instead, commit to applying just one new concept or habit that you've learned today. Take that first step, no matter how small. Remember, success isn't about taking massive leaps. It's about consistently taking small steps. Knowledge is only powerful when it's used. So take action on what you've learned today, and watch as those small steps for today become a giant leap for tomorrow. So, there you have it, the 5 habits of unsuccessful people and how you can avoid them. Which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button if you're ready to become the ultimate version of yourself. Habitual Harmony is here to help you achieve an abundant life. Watch more of our videos to know how you can adopt useful habits and techniques to transform your life.